Imagine if at the end of every single day, every American had to report to the government who we talked to, who we made a telephone call to, who we sent an email to, the content of those emails, the content of those conversations, every website that we visited. Imagine if at the end of every single day we had to report this to our government. And imagine this was not only happening now, but it had been happening for years. There'd be a revolt in the country. People simply don't want someone in every single aspect of our lives. Our right to privacy is integral and inalienable to our rights as a United States citizen. This is outlined in our Fourth Amendment. I'm here to present AGR 26. Very simply, it's a balanced measure. It's a clear measure. It sends a message to the President and to Congress to stop the domestic surveillance activities of the NSA. This resolution is not premature. Letting civil liberties be exploited is never premature. The minute our constitutional rights against illegal search and seizure are infringed upon is the minute we should take action. Every single day, we get new news reports of what's going on. New news reports of what the NSA has been doing. New news reports of the cover-ups that have happened at all levels of government. News of individuals lying to Congress. News of new revelations of information that previously was denied. The Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, apologized for lying to Congress about the actions of the NSA. And the fact is very simple. The NSA has spied on innocent Americans. An internal NSA audit delineated 2,776 cases where the NSA had broken the law and operated well beyond its authority. Furthermore, the FISA court, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, found in 2011 that the NSA had violated the Fourth Amendment and stated that their data collection through fiber optic networks on domestic soil was deficient on statutory and constitutional ground. A news report came out just a couple of days ago that 75% of all internet traffic is being monitored. Guess what? It's not just here either. It's all over the world. The Europeans aren't very happy we're spying on them either. A news report came out just a few days ago that the NSA has been spying on the UN. At what point do all of these news reports become mature? I would tell you the point at which we first hear about it. The point at which we understand that there's a real issue here, and these activities have to stop and have to be evaluated. It's extremely important that we protect our security in the United States. We live in a free society. We all value our freedom. We all value our safety. But at the same time, we also value why we live in this country and all the wonderful things that we have. And integral to that is the Fourth Amendment and our right to privacy. This is not a partisan issue. This is not even close to a partisan issue. These programs started under President Bush, or potentially even sooner, or I'm sorry, even earlier. They've been continued under the current administration. The NSA has supporters and detractors on both sides of the political spectrum. The ACLU has been hugely outspoken on the issue and written voluminously about immediately stopping the activities, the domestic surveillance activities of the NSA. Going back in history, former President James Madison once noted, "Since the general civilization of mankind, I believe there are more instances of the abridgment of the freedom of the people by gradual and silent encroachments of those in power than by violent and sudden usurpations." And this is what we're looking at here. The NSA has exceeded its authority. The NSA is spying on innocent Americans. This is a violation of our Fourth Amendment rights. When we act today, we send a clear message, we send a balanced message. to the President and the Congress that we shouldn't be spying on American citizens on American soil. In the early 1960s, we delivered the same message to the CIA. The CIA was active in spying on our students on American soil. We didn't stand for it then. We shouldn't stand for it now. To not act today is to stay silent on the issue of protecting our rights, our constitutional rights, and our right to privacy. To not act today is to stay silent, and it's to stay out of an issue that affects all of our constituencies, all of our Californians. This is a federal issue, clearly. But we as representatives represent 38 million Californians. And every single day, every single activity of these Californians is being cataloged someplace by our own government. We need to stand up. We need to have a voice on this. We need to do this in a bipartisan fashion, sensibly and clearly. I urge and I vote on AGR 26. Thank you.